We are back with Kingdom Guard, and I'm starting straight onto the map. Hit the introductions of Kingdom Guard screen, the whole 9 yards. For your screen tappers out there that may be obsessed, whether you're a teenager, an old man like myself, or just a college kid, we are gonna break things down, basically, and look at things of wow. So just started this in this, right? As we were talking about before, as I really wanted to get on the server uh, as soon as it starts up. And I got in this server probably within a half hour that it showed up on my phone, which I was checking every half hour. And so I got in, and as I got in, man, this guy within not too long ago, I got in and started building. They actually put up a fortress pretty fast and then had 9 guys in the fortress, which is pretty crazy because just for me to get individuals in this fortress, it took forever. So even being the first guy, you get a bunch of people jumping in there and stuff. It seemed pretty odd that suddenly they jumped in. So then as I started showing that I popped up a fortress pretty darn fast, you see no one else has got a fortress in this area. I go away. I had to go into town and came back, and I said before I think it was 2 or 3 hours that would have took to that from the start of when this server started for this to get built, and they had 9 individuals in there. Now I think they've got 10 building stuff. Let's see. I doubt they're going to be speeding up and adding a bunch of they only have their one individual in there, so they have slowed down a little bit because we have not moved much either. They are heading towards us more than they are that. No, not towards us. It's just going towards all the elements, and then they're probably going to go right to that dragon's nest. Okay, so I'm hoping we could work together. I've talked to them before, but as I said, it's kind of odd that they popped up and right. So what we got here is 2 hours left. And now I haven't always had 9 individuals in here, but we do have 9. And that's still 2 hours with halfway. So I don't know how it's possible. Maybe it was they got in. So where are the start times to these servers? Wouldn't it be fair to actually show them, or it's just like whoever checks? Devs only know, devs friends, devs list, whatever. So I'm just curious about that, and I get it. It is a business. They want you to come in here, spend some money, which I have been doing just to show you of what it's not just about spending money in a way to gain quick power. There's a lot of time you're going to spend on this game if you want to keep up with those that jump in here and suddenly start throwing their weight around. So as it happened, I left, I come back, and suddenly this guy out of nowhere, as we're going to show you here, pops up, right? And wow. Why? I mean, these guys were definitely dominant. One, not even just love, but one was clearly a dominant factor in this. Okay. So, I don't know if there's a specials out there or something for these guys, college kids or whatever it is, or wherever they're at, if they know there's some type of thing they can find. But that to me seems to be pretty shocking. This right here is more average, I think, what you should be at. And if you notice, there is no skin power. It's decent hero power. So if you're not going to be spending much money, you're going to be spending a little bit. That's what you're going to get. But when you click onto this and you end up with this massive amount, and then the guy's like, oh, I don't know. I said, well, are you getting skin power from your frame? From there. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's what's giving him this skin power here. And he's just going crazy. And this is pretty fast, man. And for those that play this and know that it is pretty easy to do it without putting money into it, well, actually, he has put money into it, quite a bit of money. So you're not going to gain that massive power without sinking some money in. And I myself have sunk some money into this. As I showed you, we'll go to the system and go to the packs. And this is what we have bought. Okay, so, and of course, I have not been playing all day, and I have not got much of everything going. And my power is not even near what these guys are. We are so far off of everything. So once I get going, I have caught up to, I can catch up to those that are way below, but I cannot. I mean, there is no way I'm going to waste my time playing this game all day just to try to keep up. I mean, I've got guys saying that you go through and you plunder castles for gold. I mean, most castles are under shields, just a waste of time to go through there. And I'm going to do a video to show you. Right now I'm collecting about 40 mil a day, not even being AFK. So that to me is plenty. And I don't have to do anything in the game. So I'm collecting 40 mil cold while I'm letting the game play, but I'm not physically having to go around, click, or I should say tap, 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 right? Where I don't have to do that. So that is something that, like I said, I started this channel for that, so you could actually play some games, have some fun. This game is really cool. And I really wish it wasn't about the money, man. And I know it costs money to develop these games, and I know it costs that. But man, I've encouraged from day one just that daily pack. If you made it through, a lot of these kids, and I'm saying kids as teenagers, all these teenagers and stuff, which probably play this game in a mass amount. You could see definitely from names. I don't know if I haven't really checked. I don't know why I went there. I thought it was in this thing. So I haven't really checked what we have for our alliances and stuff here to see any, but you always find some just crazy. I mean, you go to server on the first server I started, and it's just unsupervised, moderated, or anything. It's just crazy. So one is still ahead of us, right? And they're going to play that toy. So basically, they're going to play this. Okay? So they're going to allow the balance of these two, because we'll see. We'll see if he makes it and we end up surpassing one. But they'll keep them close. This is to encourage people to join, keep things going, the whole 9 yards. So, questions. I've asked a lot of questions to this other guy, Sajai, which is pretty crazy, using a J, which is the leader of the other thing. So let's just, it's, and I wish it would show. It doesn't. That's what sucks about this, is it doesn't show what I said. It only shows that. So I am going to start messaging him instead of sending it that way. So we're going to leave this like this. And like I said, a lot of this is just and I will not post this video until down the road. So we can, I could actually analyze this stuff a little bit better. And see. So what was I gonna ask? I was gonna ask something, and now I totally spaced it. But this is where I'm gonna start communicating, because then I could see exactly what I've said and he said. Instead of in Mel's, there's no what I've been asking. So they're a little more freer, it seems like, to say that, instead of on either the Alliance chat or anything. If asked on your Kingdom channels, they've asked a lot, but they all do moderate each thing, each zone, and see what it's going. And it seems like they're in there trying to keep them even, so no one can just, what they're trying to stop is someone coming in here and just dominate the whole thing and destroying it and discouraging people from playing the game, which to me, for the payers, right, this isn't a discouragement as the way if I break down and find out that it is. Because no matter what server I jump into, it seems like it's already going like crazy. And man, there's just people that sink in tons. And, I mean, I could see if the game was extremely popular and stuff, but you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, there's not that many people following it. If it was as popular as it sounds, I mean, as they're trying to make it seem, as in like tons of these people are coming in and playing this game and dropping money, it would be going crazy with tons of other people. But it's a very small crowd if you look at it, right? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go into characters and show you. Now, I have, like I showed you before, I have 4 phones. I have capability to have 7 phones playing this thing in all time and just going through stuff. And just, like I said, I like to figure out a lot of stuff. So, yes, there we have it. Okay, so I used this Popsicles Rock to mess with some people in the 508. So, which is funny, because that server is, man, full of a bunch of clowns. There's one guy that just finds himself in the Kingdom chat. That's all he does. So, no matter what server you pick, that server will be, there's no way this game across so many countries, so many things, is this popular. I really want to see some videos for you guys that are doing from start to finish. I want to see the beginning videos. No matter if there's some tips and tricks. I want to see your clicks of your pay. I want to see the whole thing. I mean, even if I click on something and pay, if I buy something, right? I've already bought all that, and I don't know why I clicked that again. But let's see what I haven't bought. Oh no, there's some stuff I haven't bought. I could actually hit this and go over here. Okay, well, let's just say, oh, whoa, 14,000 gems for $100. That's insane. That is so expensive. That is crazy. Look, you could easily do that. Show that you actually pay for it. Show that you actually have a card. Send your statements in. Whatever. Show your little statements of the actual purchases. I want to see. I mean, if someone's dropping $1,000, $3,000 on this game to get all this armor, and they're just a working individual or a gaming or a filthy rich individual, it doesn't matter. If I was filthy, there's no way I'd be dropping $1,000 or $3,000 for the time. The thing is what they don't get is no one has the time to actually put into what it takes once you start doing that and keep going. So, fine, do what you guys got to do. I probably will go back, even though I have dropped. I then dropped like $40, right? And you probably saw those packets in this thing just to hurry up and quickly see. But that's it. I always said I would limit myself to $100 for this game. If it stopped showing bugs and stuff, still have some L bugs and stuff, but it did get better. So the way I look at it is, hey, it's been fun. It's been fun doing these videos. And for any of those people out there that are going, oh, I'm gonna get this like massive amounts of, I'm gonna get this power and stuff. You know what? Join the alliances are big. Let all those guys just. What I would love to see is nobody spend any money in a server and just letting all these other people, these devs and stuff, or whatever, just compete with themselves, just the whole thing. And what they do is it just starts becoming, it's talk, and they actually just wipe it out. So they try to get people to move on to another server, and then they just kind of like, so it's controlled. It's like controlling animals, controlling farmers, this type of business and stuff, this type of democracy type of control of just, it really is the end to me of that way to earn money. Because what we do as parents and what we have to do as individuals, as even college kids that know the whole thing, is we got to help expose this style type of thing. And you know what sucks? It really does, is this game is actually really fun to play and really cool. And like I said, I just don't believe what has taken place. I mean, some of these characters, like I showed before, are pretty darn awesome. So for my review of Kingdom Guard, would I play it if I just have never played it? Yes. I mean, would I refer for some people to play? Yes. Go ahead. Give it a try. If you're going to drop money into it, like I said, I always have felt that every game deserves a little bit of cash if you find it's great. But, I'm kind of on the fence with that now to go like, what I'm seeing right now, I mean, I'm in like 20 Discord channels of all kinds of people, and every time the conversations, as if you want to see documentations or things of the conversations for any of those people that are out there that can see, they just steer towards making the game like the best. You talk to anyone, it's like, oh, the bugs. You talk to someone, the people that are basically complaining about the bugs are the actually, people that aren't spending money, of course. But those that aren't are, even the ones that are spending money, like, no, I'm not dropping any more money in this game, it's just too many bugs, whatever. You have some people that are just, you know this is just kind of a pastime here and there. They kind of play. They've got an ego. They want to beat the next guy. And that's what this game tries to trap you into doing. But like I said, it's all up to you. But if you are going to spend money, spend it on this. Because, man, this is the best thing right here. This remove ads, the advanced, you know. Uh, so that's every day, right? You get certain rewards. So, which is awesome. And this is probably your best deal, in my opinion, for this game. If I were to look at it and ever spend some money, I would definitely, uh, that would be the game. So please, you billion power people, that have got your servers that you've gained billions of powers in the X amount of time or whatever. And I get it. Maybe in the beginning of this game, it wasn't the way it is. There wasn't so many people trying to jump to the next server as fast. But come on, man. Someone's got to give us a time or something when the server's going to open. It's shocking that they don't even post that on in a server, because they know and why do they open so many servers so fast? They want to keep it thinking, keep it moving, keep it so it's harder to keep track of things and stuff. Like I said, if I jump in with 4 accounts on the same server instantly and I could see every zone, this and that, see what's taking place. And in some zones, like, it was insane. I mean, even in this zone, there was like already a bunch of power and everything. And I'm like, there's no way. I mean, I have half hour I was in there, and suddenly I'm seeing guys with 30 million power uh, right off the bat. So yeah, someone's just gonna jump in and go, oh, I'm gonna hurt, and maybe there is a bunch of college kids out there that are spending the money and are actually going, yes, I gotta compete. You guys gotta tell me, you guys gotta send me some messages, send me some stuff, because all I'm getting is a bunch of childish remarks to a lot of people. So there's no way those type of people are dropping that kind of money in this game. $1,000 for armor, dragon armor, everything. I really, man, I don't see it. I don't see the appeal of anything. I mean, I don't mind for just, I've dropped $1,000 in Pokemon Go over the entire session since it's been open. Okay. And it was just to see, like, what, it's like more of a question to go. It's entertainment. You're going to drop money in entertainment everywhere you go. Some people, especially your older generations, don't understand games. They don't understand the gaming thing. But as an older generation, me, this is where the gaming industry, I was involved in the gaming industry with Commodore 64, Doom, Atari. Well, I was go Atari before Doom. I played, I started everything as everything became big. It was, I think the first time Halo came out, me and my older brother finished it, really quick. I mean, that was it. We are entertained. I'd rather do that than watch TV. The way I look at it, I'd rather do stuff like this. But I was really curious of what kind of involvement are these uh, developers, if none of you, trying to control and moderate their servers. I think if they focused on moderating more names, things like that, and putting in their program certain names aren't approved or whatever. But I think that's kind of encouraged, as long as, some people spend money. But I don't know. I mean, you're not going to get, maybe you are going to get a lot of college kids that, teenagers have a little extra money and throw in there. But I guarantee you, I mean, I remember my uncle, which I never even knew until he passed away, and he was, man, a lot older than me, that he was a major gamer. There are so many gamers, older gamers that have money, sink money into it, and that's probably why a lot of scams are actually more involved in older people and stuff, because we grew up in more of a respectful type thing that's just like, this is what it is, this is what you pay for, this is what you get. But man, if it's a job and this is what you got to do at a job, just moderate, play the game, and monitor, your servers. Pretty easy. I mean, I'm on right now. I mean, I've got 6 different servers, and I'm not even getting paid to do it, and I'm still doing everything I need to do. So it's not like. So I'm gonna show you. What I do. So that, didn't know how to do it, restored it completely from scratch. So for you kids that are into this gaming and stuff, it's fun, it's entertaining, but if it's going to be something that's going to drag a lot of your time in there, put in something you actually could physically grab. And the way I look at it, you could actually, and that type of skill will push you on, because what this type of skill is just burning time. And I'll tell you, mentally, it is so hard to focus in an everyday living, because you're just kind of obsessed with the whole fact of getting things, getting ahead, competing, the whole 9 yards. It really is, to me, like I said, when I left earlier today and took a break, I was ready to just shut everything down. But I'm just gathering a little more evidence right now, a bunch of things, and such, just simple conspiracy theory that I have. And most people that are going to attack me and be like, he's a crazy old man, this and that. Yeah, it's pretty simple to know of what this game is after then. So be careful. All I'm saying is, if a game's going to be like this, these games come and go. And if they really want it to last, and really, because that's the easiest way to make money, they try to get in there, get their money as fast as they can, and then get out onto the next game using the same type of system. But a lot of it too is why I've been delving into this a little more, is because this app is actually, man, I need to find out who the developers actually are of this game, and that's why I keep pushing in it, is because I have an app that I want to build for something majorly big that isn't just about gaming. So anyways, for those that are following, if my YouTube channel even does anything or gets out there, maybe years down the road it will, don't know, but if something sounds too good to be true, usually is. So let's go here. I'm just gonna show you again now. Let's see what. And so the biggest thing is, what you got to look at is, for guys that are getting the power that they are getting. Okay, so I'm still playing the game. I'm doing things like this. This is where I actually make a lot of my coin when so I don't have to pay. So you can follow things. They say this gives you power, this gives you power. All these special things give you major power, but they really don't, especially, but you can go through, hurry up and complete the task to do what these guys are doing. And I keep clicking on something, and then something pops up. Okay, so if you think without spending any money, you're going to get this type of power, it's not going to happen. Okay? It's not going to happen. Not for a long while. And I'm saying at this rate, we are now. And what's funny is, every server I've ever asked, when does the server start? When does the server start? Like, no one ever knows. It's so weird to me. Why? Why is that in question? Okay, why does that You know, why? How would you not know? If anyone like I myself, so I know exactly when this server started and when I started, right? So that's why I don't like my picture up there, because I always just have to put my hand in there. So we'll take that back down. So look at this. So Kingdom Guard downloaded. Oh, that was a picture. Ex-Mormon breaking news. Got some good news. Make sure I follow all kinds of weird stuff. I'm a very curious individual. But so, oh, here we go. Horny egg roll. And then we got 000 coming in, you know, just starting to go to town, go crazy. Encourage a little more. Must be someone spending some money. Yeah, whatever. Not gonna happen. So once they start getting news, this and that, it's like they're all within each other, talking to each other, trying to get. So this is the one thing that I thought was a decent thing to buy, you know, because it seems like you end up getting a lot of stuff as you're getting up there. I mean, there's a lot of gem packages, a lot of gems in there, compared to that one that was $99, right? Look at that. I mean, I would get just tons of gems going. Boom, 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 boom. It seems like that would be a great deal. Now, I don't know the total of the gems there, but you could break it down and add it all up, see the total and break it. But I understand this game of that, but it's not that. It's too demanding, and people need to go to work and make money, and they, you know, to me, I look at it as I want to spend a half hour on these games and nothing more. So all right, I'm gonna be done with this. This has been way too long as it is.